Hey guys, Melinda here, and I wanted to come in and make a quick video about the 50 pounds in 50 weeks series that I talked about in my previous video when I discussed my 2018 goals for this channel. So I just kind of want to give some more details on what I plan to do. And then also, I am excited to say that I have 22 other people joining me in a private Facebook group. And so this video is also for them. And I want to talk a little bit about what we're going to do and maybe some tips and tricks along the way. So I am recording this quickly before work and I will not have time to edit it. So you may see me pause here and there, and that's why. And then I also wrote some notes down to help remind me of things that I don't want to miss. So if you see me looking down, that's why. I wanted to start this series for my own weight loss journey because I have had a slow go of it over the last 3 years. My average weight loss has been about half a pound for the first couple of years, a half a pound per week. And so even the 50 pounds in 50 weeks is going to be a stretch for me, but I know that I can do it, and helping to keep me accountable will help me to be more consistent in my lifestyle choices that I make. So for those of you that have joined me in our private Facebook group, thank you so much for trusting me and deciding to make this change in your life. I'm super, super excited about it, and I'm so glad that each one of you are here. So first of all, for the group, if you're interested in joining, there are only 3 rules. One is you must have 50 pounds to lose, because otherwise, how are you going to lose 50 pounds in 50 weeks? And then also, everyone's going to be choosing their own program. They're going to choose whether or not what they want their eating plan to look like. They're going to choose whether or not they want to work out, and if they do, when, how. So I'm not there to dictate anything to anybody. I'm merely there for support and for accountability and hopefully motivation along the way. And then finally, the last rule is that we need to keep the information in this group confidential. So whatever's shared in the group, please keep it within the group. Okay, so this is what I'm planning to do for the challenge on YouTube. What I'm planning to do is weigh in once a week, and then I'll post my results. Now, for those of you who are joining me, I also am going to do, you can choose this or not, but please remember the scale is very subjective to a lot of different things. Depends on what you've eaten, if you're retaining water, if you've gone to the bathroom yet or not. So just keep that in mind when you weigh in. And for that reason, I weigh in once per day, and then I'm planning to do an average so that I can see the trend line. I can't show you because I'm using my phone to record this, but I found an app called Libra on Android. I'm not sure if it's on iPhone or not, but it will do you can set how many days average you want, and then it'll calculate your average weight over a certain period of time. I also created a spreadsheet, and if anyone's interested in that, let me know. It's just a Google spreadsheet, so I can share it. And basically it's tracking the last 7 days of my weight. So I've started doing that now, and I'm testing the app along with it to see if I like the app. I may go ahead and use that. But basically the scale can be very deceiving. So if you weigh every single day and then you track the trend of the average, then as long as it's going down, you're okay. You're not going to freak out if it goes up a pound one day. So it's really cool. I did it before when I lost 110 pounds, and it was very motivating to me. This is an individual thing. If the scale is going to bother you too much to see those ups and downs, then don't weigh every day. Weigh once a week. If you can weigh once a month, this is your challenge. So you can do whatever you choose to do. I would encourage you in the beginning to weigh once a week, and you can even do an average of the weekly weights if you want to. But that way you're keeping yourself honest. But the other thing that I would encourage you to do is take some before pictures. You can keep them to yourself if you want, or you can post them in the group if you want that accountability. Take pictures, front, back, sides. Take measurements with, with a measuring tape. And those things will not lie to you like the scale will. So, if the scale goes up, measure yourself. Hey, I've lost an inch in my waist. So obviously I'm doing something right. So, this is not just about weight, but the scale can be a measurement over time to show you that you're making progress. So yeah, another thing that I plan to track is my body fat. I have the Omron body fat tracker. So if you have access to something like that, or you just want to do the old fashioned pinch test and keep track of your body fat, obviously you probably don't need to do that every week, but you can. And then see even from the beginning to the end where you end up. But the pictures too will tell a great, great story. So, and then also if you have other issues, like I have a little bit of high blood pressure, it's kind of right on the brink and I want to bring that down. So that will be something that I'm looking at too, to see if, my blood pressure is coming down as I'm making these consistent changes. Okay, so as I've shared, I'm doing the full-on ketogenic diet, high fat, low carb. It works for me. Sugar is not my friend. But if you're joining me, do what works for you and don't be afraid to change it. If you're not seeing progress, don't be afraid to experiment. And also, if you haven't already been kind of, living a healthier eating lifestyle, then don't feel like you have to do everything at once. You can make changes slowly over time. You can cut out the soda. You can just count calories if you want. If you want to start making more healthy choices rather than just losing weight, cut out soda first, or whatever you struggle with. And then, after a while, try to cut out white flour, white bread type of products, or whatever works for you. But just, it's okay to make changes slowly over time. You'll still see progress. Another thing that I'm going to be doing, and this is partly because I'm documenting it on YouTube, but I think it's a good thing to do, is I'm going to be writing everything down. I'm going to write everything down that goes in my mouth and any activities that I do. And then if there's something that happened and I want to write down, my feelings or whatever about something that happened that day and it caused me to eat a piece of cake or whatever, I'll write that down too, so that I can look back and I can kind of see where I went wrong or what's working for me. So I think that is a good habit to get into. I don't like to count calories, and I won't probably do that unless I hit a stall, and I won't count calories, but I'll be more like tracking my macros. Macros are carbs, fat, and protein. So if you want to use an app like MyFitnessPal, then get on there. My username is Melly, Melleyd. Feel free to add me. I don't use it very much, but if a lot of people are going to get on it, I'll get on there as well. And I just won't be probably inputting my food. I'm going to use the old-fashioned pen and paper for that this time. If you hate writing things down and it's going to impede your progress, don't do it. Don't write it down. But just keep in mind that it does help keep you more accountable, and it's easier when I got to write this down not to eat those 5 candied pecans like I had yesterday. So yeah, I wrote it down though. So anyway, if you're just like, I don't write stuff down, I don't keep track, I'm not going to do it, that's fine. Don't do it. But I would encourage you, if you hit a stall or you're not seeing the progress that you want, just, get rid of that attitude and write it down for at least a couple of weeks and kind of see, maybe you can find why you're having an issue. So for those of you who have joined the group, thank you again and welcome. I'm rooting you on every single day. I'm so excited about this group. So I would encourage you to have fun and be engaged with the group. Post your workouts, post your, struggles, and post your victories. And those victories can be scale victories or what we call NSV, non-scale victories. If you, maybe you didn't see a change on the scale, but you put on a pair of jeans that haven't fit you for, 6 months or whatever. So that is a non-scale victory. So please share those with everyone. You can be engaged as much as you want to or as little as you want to. The only thing I'm asking is that you do keep track of your weight and that you share with us. And you don't need to share your weight if you don't want to. I have a spreadsheet on there where everybody can keep track of it. If you don't want to share your actual weight, that's fine. I understand. This is the first time I will be public with my weight ever. So yeah, it's a big challenge for me too. But if you don't want to do that, like I said, that's fine. Please at least put, -1, -2, +2, 0 in the weekly tracker so that we can see what your progress is. If you don't even put in your actual weight, that's okay. Another thing, and I can talk about this stuff more as we go through the year, but don't feel guilty if you make a mistake. We're going to make a mistake. We're not perfect. And I think the guilt just it derails us. It makes us, we have a donut and then we just think, well, I've screwed up for the day. And you've all heard this. Don't keep going. That one donut isn't over. The big picture is very insignificant in the total journey. So, but if then you eat cookies and you eat all day long and, the next day and the next day after that, then it becomes significant. So just remember, this journey is one day at a time. Every single day, the choices we make will add up to our victory or our defeat. So keep that in mind, and just instead of having this big, huge 50-pound goal, just have a goal for today. Today, I'm going to follow my eating plan. Today, I'm going to move a little bit more than I would have if I wasn't, trying to lose weight. And then we all know it. Shop the perimeter of the store. Don't get a bunch of packaged and processed foods. But again, if that's what you choose to do, that's fine. But if you're on a health journey more as well as a weight loss journey, don't eat a bunch of processed food. If you just cut out processed food in the first 4 weeks, you will see a huge difference. You don't even have to do anything else but cut out processed foods and your weight will drop. So anyway, I don't want to go on and on with all that today, but I did want to come in and just kind of share what I was going to do. And then my first weigh-in for me is going to be Monday, January 8th. Even though I'm doing the average, I just want to do it on a Monday. I think mentally it helps me think I need to be good over the weekend and not go off my plan. So you can choose whatever day of the week that you want to, and you can choose whatever weeks. I mean, if some people have already started, I believe, and as long as you're done it doesn't even have to be by the end of the year. I mean, start the week when you start 50 weeks from then, you'll be finished. So if I start on January 8th, that's my starting weight. Then January 15th is going to be my week 1 result. And then, so if I calculated on the calendar correctly, week 50 will be December 24th. So I'm not taking a break for the holidays. I'm not, I may indulge a little bit, but we'll see where I'm at that point, and I'll make that decision at that time. So 50 weeks, 1 pound a week, average. You might lose 5 1 week. You might lose nothing for a month. Just keep in mind that this is a journey, and it's 50 weeks are going to pass really quickly, whether we do this or not. So let's make this positive change for ourselves. And if you want to follow my journey, please hit the subscribe button. And if you like this video, click the little thumbs up so that more people will see the video and maybe get on board and change their life as well. So I'll let you go now. This got a lot longer than I intended. So Have a great day. And in the group, I'll be posting some shorter videos here and there and some inspiration. So I'll leave a link in the description box below on how to join that group if you are interested. So, so yeah, that's all I have. Have a great day if you want to. Thanks.